It was very pleasant, and I never felt any pain whatsoever. And I kept saying, okay, how are you doing? How are you cutting away some? And we're discussing exactly what he's doing when he's doing it. And he very gently turns your head, but he'll tell you first, I'm going to turn your head, Deborah, or Deborah, I'm going to turn your head to this side. Okay, how are you doing, Deborah? And someone is constantly talking to you, constantly. We talked a lot about music, and I remember so much about what was going on. And I feel very grateful that I wasn't going to have that heavy sedation, because I tend to get sick from that. And I was so thrilled to know that I was going to have a quick recovery, which I absolutely did. Like I said before, I walked out of the OR. I just had my arm around the one nurse, and we were laughing, talking, and I came back and sat down with my husband, and I was walking out of there, and 10 minutes later, I felt no pain. I wasn't totally under, and I'm very glad that I wasn't totally under. I like to know what's going on. I think it's a comfort knowing that you're not going to be totally under. To me, it was more comfortable knowing that I was going to get rid of my jowls with this procedure, a 44-minute procedure, to be more beautiful and more confident and not be under the heavy sedation. Because you can lay there, you know what's going on. You know that you're in good hands. You know you're being taken care of. You know, I think even as I said, how's my blood pressure? And Vanessa told me, you're wonderful. You know, you're perfect. It's good to know. To me, I like to know what is going on instead of being heavily sedated, which I have been, through a couple of major surgeries in my life. So I do know the difference, and I appreciated this so much more. I was so much at ease. I wasn't apprehensive at all. That's no exaggeration. I was not apprehensive at all. I was so relaxed, I actually drifted off one time. They were laughing and said, oh, she's asleep, and I woke up, and they said, yeah, you've been asleep for a little while. Welcome back. And I said, oh, thank you, thank you. Was I asleep long? They said, no, just for a few minutes, but you did go to sleep. And if you close your eyes and listen to the music, everything is just so quiet. You don't feel anything. You don't feel anything. Sure. We are from out of town, so we went straight to a hotel. We weren't required to stay here. I was, perfectly capable of walking. We even discussed going to get something to eat, and we had packed like a small cooler for the hotel room for my husband, and we thought, well, we're just going back and watch a movie. So we did. We went, rented a movie. We brought movies, and I did drift off. I did sleep. I was fine. When I very first met Dr. Mendelsohn, I never felt any type of pressure to go through with the procedure. He told me the improvement that he could do for me, and explained everything in detail to me, and gave me books and his website. I even had him autograph my book for me, which I loved. And I never felt any pressure whatsoever to go through with the procedure. He left it entirely up to me what I was comfortable with. And I think every woman who comes in here will know that it's up to them and what they're comfortable with, how far they want to go, whether they just want to do Botox or if they want to do the surgery.